Hello, everyone. I am Janine Davis of James Davis and Associates. I believe everyone can succeed and be happy with right encouragement, inspiration, and motivation. I'm here to provide some of that with today's confidence tip of the day. That tip is you can validate yourself, period. You validate yourself. Often people try and accomplish things so that someone else will find them worthy. They do extra work without pay at their jobs so that their bosses and co-workers will think they're worthy. Wives give in to husbands on things that go against their values so that their husbands will say that they are worthy. They cook and clean for boyfriends in houses they don't live in to prove they are worthy. You don't have to do any of that. You are worthy, period. Mothers you will see bend over backwards to spoil children to prove they're worthy. Stop it. You are worthy just as you are. You don't have to do another thing. You have already done it. You exist on this planet. You are worthy. You don't need jobs, spouses, boyfriends, or children to validate you. You can validate yourself. It's not someone else who determines your value. It is you who determines your value. So determine it and realize that you are worthy. You determine your value. The validation you need, it does not come from other people. It comes from you. Period. Listen. Just stop for a minute. I have a friend who is an amazing businesswoman. She really is good at what she does. She's a wonderful entrepreneur. She is smart. She is talented. She is attractive, and she is good at what she does. In the past, she always said that she was going to succeed to prove her husband wrong. She was going to succeed to prove her in-laws wrong. She was going to succeed to prove somebody else wrong. When she had that attitude, she was never, ever as successful as she could be. She was never as successful as she should have been. Then one day, she changed. She just did a turnaround. She decided that she would succeed because she is good at what she does. She decided that she was going to succeed because she had clients to serve. And when she made that change, she began to have all the success she wanted for herself. It was one of my happiest moments because she's my friend. And I loved seeing her realize that she could validate herself. I believe that when one of my friends wins, I win. So I was overwhelmingly happy for her. Let your confidence be increased with the knowledge that you can validate yourself. There are people watching this video who do not validate themselves. They are working harder than they should be at their jobs in order to get validation. If you are that person, stop. Yes, just stop. Period. Literally stop. Take a breath. And think about what validation means to you. Figure out why you think you have to get it from your job. Figure out why you think you cannot validate yourself. And while you're thinking, start validating yourself. Don't wait until you figure it out to start validating yourself. Start validating yourself now. This is important because a raise does not make you worthy. A promotion does not make you worthy. A job title does not make you worthy. You are worthy just as you are. You are valuable just as you are. You should validate yourself. You can validate yourself. Validate yourself. Period. Stop waiting for someone else to do it. Validate yourself. Every day there are people who are going above and beyond at work. Some of those people are not doing it because they want to. They are doing it because they want to prove that they are worthy. There are people who are coming in early and staying late because they want to prove they are worthy. There are people who are going to work and putting up with horrible hazing and horrible treatment to prove they are worthy. The sad thing is, none of this will make you worthy. None of this proves that you are worthy. None of this will validate you in the eyes of those who do not appreciate you. Even on your job, and we all need our jobs. So I'm not telling you to get to work and act crazy. I am saying validate yourself. Stop thinking a certain position will validate you. Do not think that a certain title will validate you, a certain pay amount. Do not think any of that. You validate you. Your validation is the validation that matters. You are worthy just as you are. You can validate yourself. So just do it. It's not just for Nike. It's not just for athletes. You can do it. Validate yourself. I have been happily married for 31 years. It'll be 32 years this March. I married my high school sweetheart, and we built a life together. In my marriage, I do try and do things to make my husband happy. Each day I ask him, hey, what can I do today to make your life better? I want to be a good wife, and I think that being a good wife is a treasure. But even with all of that, I do not look to my husband to validate me. It is too big a burden to put on someone else, the burden of validating you. It's too much power to give somebody else the power to validate you. After all, if they can validate you and if they give you your worth and value, they can take it away. Now, I'm a church girl. I know you hear me say that all the time, and it's true. I'm a church girl. And in church, there's this song. I'm not going to sing it because my singing sucks. I'll give you the words. But there's a song that goes, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. That's what it's like with validation. Your value, your validation works like that. You did not get it from anyone else in the world. So no one else in the world can take away your value. You are worthy just as you are. I am worthy just as I am. I am valuable just as I am. I validate me. You need to validate you. Now listen, I just told you I've been happily married for 31 years. And I don't understand most of the rules about dating today. I will admit that right now up front. But I see young girls and women going to their boyfriends' homes they don't live in, and they're cleaning, doing laundry, and cooking, all in houses they don't live in. Some of them are doing this to prove that they are worthy of dating. Some of them are doing this to prove that they are worthy of a monogamous relationship. In some cases, they do it to prove they would make good wives. Some do this to prove they are worthy. My advice, if you are one of these people, stop it. Period. Point blank, stop. You do not have to audition to be worthy. You do not have to prove you are worthy. Stop trying to get a boyfriend to validate you. Stop seeking proof of your value in the words, actions, and deeds of your boyfriend. You are worthy just as you are. You are worthy if you never clean a house. You are worthy if you never cook a meal. You are worthy just as you are. There's a song, Cardi B, she had a big uproar with this song called WAP. And one of the lines in there was, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. And when I heard those words, I didn't have the uproar a lot of people had, but it made me realize there's a value. She's stating what her value is. We're not going to argue what her value is or where it comes from, but it was a statement that she has value as she is within her. It's not coming from any place else. Whoever you are, you have value. You are worthy just as you are, period. And since you are worthy, since you are of value, you can validate yourself. You don't have to cook. You don't have to clean. You are valuable just as you are. Validate yourself. Moms, being a mom is hard. I know this. I am a mother of 4 children. My children are 25. One will be 19 in 2 weeks, and I've got 14-year-old twins. I'm not a single mother, so I mean, I have a husband supporting me, parenting with me. I can't imagine having to do the job of being a mother all alone. It's just, I'm just not built for it. So I'm glad I don't have that burden. But I see mothers, single, married, divorced, widowed. I see mothers all the time who are spoiling their kids rotten in search of validation. I see mothers who sacrifice everything, including food, sleep, entertainment, and personal space for their children. I see mothers who believe only if they sacrifice everything they have and everything that they are will they be seen as worthy. This is not the case. You are worthy as you are. You don't have to give up all of your meals, never get enough sleep, and never have a moment to yourself to be worthy as a mother, to be validated as a mother. It's not good. It's not necessary, and that does not validate you. You are worthy, and you should be validated as a mother just because you exist, period. You are worthy, period. You are valuable, period. So live your life on that. Accept your value. Validate yourself. The only validation that matters is the validation that comes from you. So validate yourself. Kids can't do it. Husbands, boyfriends, jobs. None of that validates you. You validate you. Now listen, if you are a person who is waiting for someone else to validate you, stop it. Period. If you are waiting for someone else to tell you that you are worthy, stop. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am worthy. I am valuable. I validate me. Period. There is no one on this earth who can determine your worth or your value. There is no one else on this earth who you should give the power to determine if you are worthy, to determine if you are worthy of validation. You are the person who determines your value. You are the person who determines if you are worthy. You are the person who determines your worthiness. So validate yourself. When it comes to giving you validation, you are the person for the job. You are the only person who can do the job. You are the person in charge. You can validate yourself. So do it. Stand up tall and straight and validate yourself. Period. You should validate yourself, period. That was worth repeating. You are the person who determines your value. You can, you should, you must validate yourself. Now listen, if you need more tips, tricks, and ideas to create the confidence you need to succeed in your world, head on over to my website, Janine'sWorld.com. There's a link in the comments. And when you get there, you're going to find lots of things. You're going to find a bunch of videos. Look at them, watch them, go through. There's a link to our YouTube channel. Click on it, search through the videos, find the one that matches your situation, watch it, and use it. There's a contact form at the bottom of the page. Fill that out. Let me know how these tips are working for you. If there's a tip you'd like me to share, give it to me. I'd love to share your tip with the world. If you want to talk with me about how I can help you or your team create the confidence you need to succeed, put it in that form. If you're a modern day texter and all of that like people are now, here's the number. Send me a text. Give me a call. I'd love to talk with you about how you can create the confidence you need to succeed. And most of all, remember today's confidence tip. You can validate you. In fact, nobody else can. Nobody else should. You validate you, period. Okay? And I'll see you next time with another confidence tip of the day. Bye, everybody.